Hi, it's been a while. So much to catch up on. So where to start? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, happy to have you. If you're returning, I'm so happy that you're still on this wild planner journey with me. I am Kat, and I am an author, an artist, a mother, a wife, and did I mention an author? I can't remember. Sorry, brain fog. Anyway, so it's been a couple months now, and I'm so close to 100 subscribers. I can't even tell you how excited I am, but also how long I've wanted to make an updated video for you. But with a whole bunch of life stuff happening that we'll get into, I just couldn't swing it. So I'm procrastinating right now instead of working on taxes. And so instead of working on taxes and getting the numbers to my accountant, I'm doing a planner video. So yay for all of us. I am currently in an A6 Veg Tan Caramel leather, Moterm Caramel. This was an imperfect purchase on AliExpress, and it isn't quite imperfect. I haven't really noticed anything wrong with it, so I saved some money, which is always nice. And this currently is one of two A6 planner covers I have. I have a Vanderspec hot pink suede. I don't remember what the leather is called, but it is gorgeous, and that's being made as we speak. A6 as well, because this is a new size for me, so I don't have very many covers to switch in and out of. So A6 Moterm. Let's see if I can move this stuff out of the way. So let's see. I have charms from the Opal Wild, 2 moon charms, and I'm manifesting for my author career, my family photo. I don't show pictures of my child online, so that's why you won't see their face. This is a collage dashboard that I made, and then stickers over it. This is my political stance. You now know what I believe in. And this is also just another sticker, fluorite crystal sticker, which I love. If I were to lose my planner, this is how they should contact me, or if there's an emergency and something were to happen to me, which has become more important now. They have that information right here at the first page they flip. I have had a lot of health problems recently. I had the flu in mid-January, and then because I got the flu, I forgot to get my vaccine last year, which sucks because I was too busy with edits. And I thought, what's 1 year of not getting the flu shot? Well, let me tell you, it has ruined my life. For 24 years of never missing the flu shot. I didn't get it last year, and now I have a very rare chronic neurological disorder that makes it so that I sleep more than 11 hours a day, and it's like I'm sleeping beauty. Like I can't stay awake, muscle aches, fatigue, brain fog. It's called IH, and it's all from getting the flu in January, and in beginning of February I started getting all of these strange symptoms, and I thought I was going crazy. My doctor thought it was heart disease. Then I went to my health specialist, or my sleep specialist, for my CPAP and sleep apnea, and he noticed a difference right away when he saw me, and he said, "What's going on?" And I told him, and he said, "Oh, you're one of the rare few that have IH after getting the flu." So now I have a chronic condition that's an invisible illness and I have so much empathy for you. If you are struggling with an invisible illness, you are not alone. I see you. And it's just been completely debilitating. I haven't been able to write for months. I haven't been able to work. Taxes has been a pain to get done. My whole life revolves around my sleep schedule and naps and how I'm sleeping away my life now. And I need a sleep study in order to get the proper diagnosis, and insurance is fighting me on paying for the sleep study. And I need the sleep study to get the diagnosis so that I can get on the medication. And even the medication isn't a quick fix. It's a trial and error until we figure out what combination works for you. So life has been hell. Let me let my dog out. I'll be right back. So to put it mildly, life has been a challenge, and having a new rare chronic sleep condition has been a nightmare. So anyway, let's talk about fun stuff that's been keeping me functioning, which is my planner. Without it, my life would have fallen apart more than it already feels like it has. So these, I collaged myself, the dashboard and all of the dividers I paint and make myself. So I'm just going to flip through the planner and tell you what's happening. There have been some changes, and you'll see why. So the first tab is future tasks, and this is from the Franklin Covey method of having a list for personal and work or business for me, of tasks that need to get done but don't have a deadline, don't have like urgency to them, but they need to be on the list to have a place to capture it so that it doesn't constantly remind you of what needs to happen. And so that's what these lists are, one for personal, one for business. This rainbow paper is awesome, and I got it from Amazon, and I just cut it down to A6 size. Being an A6 now, very similar to personal wide. There's very few places that have personal wide paper or inserts or accessories for the planner. So good thing I'm crafty and I can make my own because that's saved me a couple times. So that's my master task list, so future tasks. This next one is my personal tab, and this is where I keep track of like all of my personal stuff as well as things that don't really fit in any of the other categories. So my child's photo. So this is a want have percentage formula to figure out how to downsize or increase your planner inserts from inserts you've already purchased. And so this is the formula to figure that out. And then on the back here, my work planner is now in an A5. And so I need to know how to go from A5 personal wide, half letter to personal wide. Da, 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 da. So I was in personal wide forever. Now I'm adding A6 onto this. So this is like the percentages from going from one planner tracker size to another. This is my these are my personality profiles, so like INFJ or whatever, and Clifton Strengths, all of that. And then I have a dashboard I made here with tissue paper from packaging and a collage scrap of paper of like vellum, and I just glued them together and then laminated it. So that made a dashboard to kind of make a subsection of this category. So this is my bipolar tracker. This is old from February and March. I need the new ones in here, but because of my IH, my idiopathic hypersomnia, I haven't really been tracking my moods or anything because my moods have been stable, surprisingly, going through all of this. I should have been really depressed, but I didn't get depressed, so I should take that as a win. These are diet notes for my husband. He has diabetes, and this is diet notes for me. I'm losing a lot of weight. I've lost 50 pounds, and I'm trying to lose 50 more, so this is notes for my plan. And then my child's meds. And the next section is my main section. So this is my schedule section. This is where all my like day-to-day inserts are. So I'll go through them. So there have been changes. So what I realized was so in the midst of my chronic illness, I realized that my 3 calendar system was no longer working for me. So I have a work planner, which is one planner. I have my personal planner, this planner, which is the other. But then I was also a hybrid, and I had a digital Google Calendar. And the Google Calendar tracks like bills or when the dog needs its flea medication or those kinds of things. And I realized with the IH and sleeping as much as I was, that the Google Calendar wasn't being accessed very much, and the alerts were going off on my phone, which is fine, but I wasn't referencing the calendar. And I normally do the Google Calendar for like doctor's appointments. When I'm at the doctor appointment, I enter it into the calendar, but being that I wasn't referencing it, I was missing critical appointments. And so I realized that with IH, this new disorder, I needed to do things differently. And I realized that I needed one hub, which I already had in this planner, but I needed it to be like my end-all be-all, and I needed to get rid of the Google Calendar, which was terrifying because I've been a hybrid planner for so long. But I realized that I just needed to streamline the system and really manage the system. And so I added monthly calendar inserts, and this is to track like when I have my doctor's appointments, when I had important events. So I was in jury duty for 4 days. My child didn't have school that day. We had Girl Scouts that day, therapy. So I needed a monthly overview of when things happened, and also like holidays or important things. And so I started doing monthly inserts for the first time, and this is basically taking what was on my Google Calendar and putting it on paper, and it has saved me, let me tell you. Because of the idiopathic hypersomnia, I've had so many doctor's appointments, and now with these pages, I can reference back like last month or the month before and remind myself when these doctor's appointments or blood work were. So convenient. So I have the whole year worth of monthly pages in here. Oh, the highlighting colors mean nothing. It's just to add color to the blank page and to separate things up a little bit. The colors don't mean anything. They just are to make my eye look at it differently. And then there's this month. So spring break is this week. All my therapy. I'm starting to track like when I give my dog his flea med, because we were forgetting his flea med because of all my sleep. And so I'm starting to track things like that in these pages so that I can look back from the previous month and say, oh, his flea med was on the 1st. That means we need to do it here. It has helped so much. I have a book release coming next week, and if it weren't for my assistants, my business would be on fire right now. And my assistants really kept my business functioning in the last 2.5 months. It's been incredible. I am so grateful to the support team and the support people I have in my life, because I would not be able to function without them right now. These little stickers, what sticker company are they from? So this is the Hobonichi monthly insert from Roro Designs, and I got these stickers from Daisy Daily Shop. Daisy's Daily Shop. And they're just like tiny, itty bitty, bitty bitty. And they're like the perfect size for this monthly insert. So I love it. I think they're great. So a whole year worth of monthlies. And then next is weeklies. So originally I had the weeklies in my work planner, and I used it to map out the week and then see visually where I had blocks to work in. And these lines are when I need to pick up my child from school or all the school activities they have. And so I realized that I wasn't using it in the work planner, but I could really use it in this daily, in my personal planner, to help me map out like when I can feasibly get stuff done between my naps. So with my disorder, I'm taking strategic naps. I'm taking one at 9 a.m. for half an hour, and then one at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon for half an hour. And so now not only am I working around like my busy life stuff, but now I'm working around 2 naps that kill my day. And so I'm having to map out my week a little differently now. So that's what these are. Some weeks I use them, some weeks I don't. I think these are for next week. I've lost track, but anyway. So that's what these are. So I now have monthlies and weeklies in my planner that I never used to have. And then I have a sub dashboard again. This is from a clothing store that I buy from. And then I collaged the back of it. And then this is an awesome sticker. Read books, make art, fight fascists. Once again, you know my political stance. So anyway, these are my dailies. So the dailies haven't changed at all. They've just shrunken down to A6 size. What has changed though is I've, just like in the monthlies, how I'm using Bible highlighters for these bright, vibrant colors. There were 2 planner chicks, Mombi Plans and someone else, her friend, and they use a lot of bright, bold highlighters in their planners, and I was really drawn to and attracted to their videos, and they just brought me so much joy and happiness. Sorry. In the darkness that I've been dealing with. And so I realized that I just need to start adding color and highlighter to my planner as well. So I did that on the monthly pages, but I'm also starting to do it a little bit on the daily pages. So you've seen these before, little highlighter. I decided to take on a new coaching client in the midst of all this, which was a really, really bad decision, and they ended up backing out, and it was the best thing ever. It was like the universe tested me. I made the wrong decision, and then the universe saved me and had them leave, which was awesome because I would not have been able to handle that with everything else I have going on. I am now taking Pilates twice a week, which is fantastic, but I still need to fit cardio and weight training in my schedule around all the sleep stuff. And so you'll start to see Pilates here with the cute little Pilates reformer sticker, adorable. And I'm having a blast. My body is changing immensely just doing Pilates. So I'll flip through these. So on this page up top, I have notes of the day, like when we have to do my child's chinchilla dust bath, when we have to clean the cage, when there's a shower day, or my symptoms. So no exhaustion today, good energy. Those are notes to myself for my IH and how things went. These are March pages, by the way. I was going to take them out today, but I realized with the flip, you guys might want to see those. So yeah, and like the time change, those kinds of things. And then on Monday, I do a weekly meal planner. So this is my menu plan. This is what I plan out for the week, and I put notes of like special events. So for the concert, we had to do a quick dinner, so I didn't know what it was going to be. And for Girl Scouts, we have to do pizza around Girl Scouts. So I always put events on the weekly menu too to kind of work around that. And then the weekly plan insert that I made for my strategy on how to do weekly planning, this hasn't been happening. So there's a lot of things that used to happen a lot that don't happen anymore that I want to bring back. But I don't have the mental bandwidth to do everything the way I used to do it all the time. So I have the inserts here, but nothing done with them. So up top is undone tasks. So you go through the previous week's tasks and you write down any that were not done here. And then this week are the focuses for the week that you want to do for this week. And I watched a video from Cindy Gunter-Baldo about thriving with a chronic illness and planning with a chronic illness. And she said her weekly planning, her weekly list really saves her. And so I need to really re-implement my weekly plan tracker and actually do it, because it's probably going to help me with all of that. And then on the back is like a small section for reflection. So like, how do I feel the week went? How did the week, how did my health affect my week? How did stress affect my week? All of that goes into a small, short journal entry. So once again, exhaustion until 11:30 in the morning. Took a multivitamin at lunch. Like, all of these notes started to become really important for my doctors and for my own well-being. So this is the day that I saw my doctor, and this is the day that he told me that he knew what I have, which I should put like a huge smiley face sticker on this page, because it was like the clouds opened up and I finally saw hope, because the idea of having heart disease was terrifying. And my mom and grandfather both died at 57. And I was like, oh my God, am I only going to live for like 10 more years? This is crazy. So I was panicking over that. But then when he said that I have IH, although it sucks because it's chronic and there's no cure and it sucks, at least I had an answer. And there was so much relief that day. So, oh, and then, we plan the menus, but then what we actually eat goes here in the dinner slot. So we know like leftovers, how old leftovers are and that kind of thing. So that's also how we track that. Bills go in this bottom corner for me here. So with the IH and the sleeping and my life falling apart, bills have gone really out the window on that. If they're not on auto debit, then they don't get paid for months. A lot of things that I'm not proud of, like a lot of things that I used to be really on top of and really organized about, that my disorder has really just made my life a living hell. And so my life has really fallen apart in a lot of ways. My child had a lot of band things happen that month, a lot of concerts. I X things out when they get canceled. Instead of like whiting them out, I just X them out to know that those became free slots that I could work with. Yeah, I've done that for a while. I don't know why. I just like the look of it, and I like that it tells my brain that I actually ended up getting 2 additional hours back. So more notes. We were in Girl Scout cookie selling season. What a nightmare that was with my IH, but I survived and got through it. But man, was that bad. I almost fell asleep behind the wheel. That was really terrifying. Let's see. And then just more of the same, my massage. So I've been doing a lot of self-care in the midst of all of this, but yeah. And then I started getting stickers to add in for like holidays, because these daily inserts are great, but they don't, because you write them and you mark them yourself, there's no real spot or space to mark holidays. So I got all of these like stickers from Amazon. It was like a sticker pack, and I now have them for holidays or events to put on my pages. More highlighter stuff. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just adding color onto the page. This is Pilates again with a reformer girl as well. So I was doing Pilates once a week, and then with IH diagnosis, my doctor said you need to increase it to 2 and do walks. My child had a really bad day at school that day, so I had to stop everything and take them out for ice cream and have a talk with them on what was happening in school. Oh, motherhood. So then this day was super exciting. I actually wrote a chapter for the first time in 2 months at this point, and it was like amazing. I was so happy and excited that I dictate. So I was so excited and happy I didn't forget all of my my word commands in my writing app, and I was actually able to get a chapter done. That was so exciting. I had lunch with my best friend here for his birthday. It was fantastic. We need to do that more, Keith. I know he's watching. So yeah, that's what these pages are. More plotties. I increased it to 2 here, so now you'll see it on 2 weeks, or 2 times a week, I mean. The highlighting, so a check mark means it's done, and a highlight means it's done. Like the bold purple tells me it's done. The arrow means it's moved forward, and I don't care if I have to move things forward like 800 times, as long as it's marked in the planner, it's fine. And then an X with a line through it is a deletion. And so yeah, you'll see me move forward a lot of things. I don't judge myself for it. It just is what it is. And there's no need to make myself feel bad about any of it. Another music night with my child, and I needed to get covers designed, and that was hell because it was a 7 a.m. meeting, and my sleep disorder makes me sleep a full 8 hours of sleep, and then I go back to sleep at 9 and I don't wake up until 11. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, that's amazing, I wish I had sleep like that. No, it's not good sleep. It's not restful sleep. It's like your body feels like it did a war in sleep. So this was hell because she needed me available and I was trying to stay awake. So that's what these pages are. Then I started doing taxes. That started taking time. Oh, and then these are notes that I gotta move forward here. I'll just move them here. And then the highlighting fell off, but as long as it's marked in the planner, I know what's happening. All of my notes for things. I had to see a doctor there. Again, an early appointment. Those early appointments, man, my whole life has changed. I used to see my doctors early in the morning because my child would be at school, and then I would be able to do all my stuff in the morning, and then I'd have the afternoon to write. Well, all of these early morning appointments started to really kill me. And then coaching, my one client that I'm still coaching. The star is for my affirmations that I am supposed to be reading daily. I haven't been, but I need to get back on it. So the star there until I remember, it'll remind me at some point to start that again, especially now with everything I have going on. Easter, this was Sunday. I had dinner with my in-laws, and yeah, mellow day. It was the first day in a while that I was just mellow. More notes. More notes. My insurance started to fight the sleep study because, you know, insurance, love them, great, fantastic. So I had to do my doctor's appointment all over again so that they would have updated records. And then today, cool. So those are my dailies, and that's like the meat of my planner. That's where I am most of the time. And then back here are events that are happening in the future that are not in the planner officially because I don't have daily pages for these dates. So this is May. So when I take out March this afternoon, I'll put in May as well, because I always have the current month and the next month in the planner. So then these will get moved or migrated to their daily pages as it happens. These are weekly plan sheets that I took out because I didn't use them. I'll reuse them. Here's another divider that I painted and collaged. So this tab's the manifest tab, sticker on a dashboard. I can show you that dashboard, painted laminated dashboard. All of these I paint myself. and collage. So this is my 2026 goals. This has gone out the window. I need to rewrite them because now I'm probably lucky if I get 2 books done this year when I normally would get 6 done this year. Future goals, goals that are happening in the future but not this year. This is my eulogy. This is like a good way to create an affirmation, but in a unique way, where you write your own eulogy and what you'd want to have said at your funeral, and then you write it out as if someone else were reading it, and you read it occasionally so that you're actually living what you want to live in your lifetime. My why I'm doing what I do with my business. Not working my business was torture, absolute torture, because I love what I do and I love being self-employed, and I just wasn't able to do that. I'm doing a lot of complaining in this video, and I'm so sorry, but that's what's been going on and why you haven't been getting videos. This is my values. This is another affirmation: keep me safe in ways that allow me to be wildly famous and successful. And then these are my affirmations. Affirmations for writing, affirmations for my readers and community, affirmations for receiving, affirmations for my highest self, affirmations for building my empire, my wealth. Those are the affirmations with the star sticker on the daily pages. This next tab is my empire tab. This is my work, my business tab. So I have a business planner, a work planner, but this is like my industry notes, my notes and strategy on how to grow the business, where my work planner is more like, what am I doing productivity wise to get things done that need to happen in the business. And the work planner is filled to the brim in the rings, and I wouldn't be able to fit this section in there if I could. And I want this section here because I review it and take notes and reference it when I'm out and about at appointments and stuff. So it works better in my personal planner. So Empire has been my word of the year forever. It shouldn't be my word of the year. It just is awesome. So this is an Empress card that I found. These are notes on how much I want to make per year with my business to replace my husband's income and retire him. This is an awesome book paperclip. I don't know where I got it from, but I love it. It's amazing, and it has a little heart. This you saw in my personal wide planner. I just bought the same dashboard that I loved and got it to A6 size. And this is my angels, because some of my characters are angels, some of them are vampires. This is my vision and mission statement for my business. Finances and wealth notes. Demographic information on the writing career. And demographic information on my author friends. And then this is the note tab. And so this is when I found out idiopathic hypersomnia, and when I wrote it down I had him spell it. And these are all just blank pages for notes. These are all notes that I was able to scribble on the back there. A book sticker that I love. On a dashboard, I keep extra post-it notes here for when I have to cover the photos for you guys. I've shown you this in the previous planner videos, but this is a pocket that I made. So I make the collage and I paint it and I do whatever, and then I fold it in half. It's a letter size paper. I fold it in half and I laminate it, and then I cut the top off and I make a pocket, and then I punch it. And then this is normally where my pen loop lives for my Moterm planners. And this is my pen, springtime pen, my Levenger. And these are all of my stickers. These are all my freebies from Planner Kate and other shops. But then these are all my stickers for the actual daily pages. And then in the back pocket, I have my neck exercises that I do for my neck. A love note from my kiddo, a love note from my best friend, his birthday card to me, and then ring and reinforcers. If one of the rings breaks on the pages, I can use a ring reinforcer sticker. So that's it. That's a major flip of the planner. I know it's been a while. I apologize. I really do want to get more consistent with these planner videos because I love doing them and I love the interaction in the comments. Your comments are such a blast to me. All of your questions, I love answering them. So do chat it up in the comment section and I'll have a conversation with you. And I did a couple Plan With Me's last year and you guys seem to like those too, so I'll start doing the Plan With Me's again, especially in the work planner now that I'm in an A6. I'll do another video for the work planner probably next week sometime, and then I'll do a Plan With Me on Monday for both planners. So I want to get more consistent. I want to get to 100 subscribers or more. It's just so fun to have an outlet for our passion for planners. So I hope you're doing well. Tell me in the comments what good thing is happening in your life. Bring a little sunshine to me by telling me what good thing is happening in your life, and I would love to hear it. And thank you for being here. Like and subscribe if you liked my rambling video about my health, and I hope you all are doing well. Bye.